Good morning, YouTube. So I came on this morning and I did a pretty extensive reading. It's up on Rumble. I'm recording this now. It's processing over there on Rumble right now. So it's uploaded and now it's got to go through its processing. So what I read on this morning is something that I know that I can't put it on YouTube. I know that. I know they'll have a fit. But it is regarding a question that somebody asked me the other day. I can't remember if they asked it on Rumble or if they asked it on YouTube. But it's regarding a question from a guy, and I don't dare to say his name here on YouTube, honestly, especially being what I got in the reading today. So I don't think YouTube would like it. So this man is apparently a mainstream media guy, and he was on a podcast recently, or I don't know if he was on the podcast or if he was the focus of a podcast, because the question was asked regarding the information around what it is that he's saying about doomsday events, basically hitting the East Coast, and how that would affect the world, really. I can't remember the exact question, but how that would affect the world. And so they wanted me to read on it. I looked up the podcast that they had given me the information on, that said that's where they heard this information. And when I pulled it up, I looked at it and I just knew that I didn't want to watch it. I'm pretty discerning about what I take in and what vibrations I allow into my home and my space and my being. So I knew intuitively I didn't want to watch it, right? I just knew that. And I didn't need to watch it to read on it. So I was talking to a friend. I don't watch mainstream. I don't watch TV, really. I mean, it's rare. It's very rare, and it's been very rare my whole life that I watch TV. When I was a kid, I used to enjoy some sitcoms, and when I grew up, you didn't really watch TV. You had chores and you played. And then you might have an hour before you were asked to go to bed. And then you could watch something. So, even if I'm tuning into TV stuff today, it's usually reruns that my son has gotten me on DVD, and I watch those. But I don't watch TV. I just don't. I think it's, I believe it fries your brain, and I believe it's programming, and it's not good for us. So it's something that I just don't do. I just don't watch TV. So I wasn't familiar with this guy, but a friend of mine that I was talking to this morning told me that this guy is a mainstream media guy, and also she thought maybe possibly even an actor to some capacity, like he does some acting. So he is apparently given this doomsday news, and it's on a podcast. He was either on the podcast or he was being focused on the podcast. I didn't watch it, as I said, but I did do a reading on him. I will tell you, his first name is Stephen, and he's how can I tell you who he is without so yeah, his first name is Stephen. Looks like his nose is broke, and he apparently fries a lot. So take that information and put it together. So I did a reading today on him, and of course, what I got is always based on my opinion of what I am seeing in the cards regarding the questions that I've asked. So always use your own discernment, right? So I checked into him, and we got quite a lot of information about his life path here. We got a lot of information about what he's doing here on this journey. And then I checked into the news that he's given around this doomsday stuff that he's talking about, and I got that we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I can't put that video up, right? I just can't. I can't put it up here on YouTube. But if you look at this video as you're looking at it, it's going to say the title, okay? And then you're going to see a description. And so if you go in there and you read the description is where I'm going to put the link for the reading that I did on Rumble today. So follow the link that's in the description of this video over to the Rumble channel, and you'll get the full reading. It's pretty interesting. And I asked some really clear, concise questions. We wanted very clear answers, right? So I did that. And I wanted to give those of you who say you can't use Rumble the gist of what I was reading on, who I'm reading on, and that I personally got. It's what I got anyways, you guys, that we don't have to worry about the rhetoric he's spewing, okay? I got that we don't have to worry about that. And I got a lot of information around him and what he's doing here in his life path. So with that being said, I don't want to gyp you guys out of, you got on here. I want to give you something for those of you that can't go over there. So I do want to give you something. So let's get you a universal message. And for those of you that can go over, I think it would benefit you to do it, to go over and listen to that reading. It's pretty interesting. So today, let's just give you guys on YouTube a universal message, right? Let's see what the universe wants to say to you guys today. Aside of me telling you what I read on, and that we don't have to worry about what this guy is spewing, okay? So let's see. We're asking for the universe to give us a true story. We want some insight, some clarity, some advice. What is it that the universe would like to talk to us about today? Today is September, the 9th month, what we call the 9th month, the day that we call the 11th. Now I know that this day holds some really traumatic events, okay? I just want to let you guys all know that as manifestors in our life, it's best that we never forget what was done to us, okay? But this is a high frequency day. 9 signifies ending things, and 11 signifies new beginnings. It's a highly spiritual number. It's a very guided number, okay? And we're in the year of 2023, which is a universal 7, which is seeking knowledge, right? So let's try to use today's energies and those numbers to our benefit and our betterment, to humanity's betterment and their benefit, rather than reliving in a negative way the events of the past. Let's remember with love and light and determination. Never again on our watch. Never again. And let's project with this new beginning and ending things that world in which we want to see. Okay? I think it's really important. The Cabal loves tragic energies, and they love tragic anniversaries that affect us, the masses, in a way where we're all focusing on one thing. They love that. it gives them the energy that they like to feed off of. So let's stand in our power and not give them what they want. Let's decree that they never get to do that again. And let's decree that our world is going to be as we want it, not as they want us manifesting it to be. Okay? Stand in our power. Really stand in our power today. So as the energies stand today, really manifest good stuff today. All right? So as per the usual, you guys, the healing intentions are always set for you. Always, 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 always. So if you so choose, stand in your power and decree it for your highest and greatest good. Only and always do that with everything in your life. Start getting in the habit of standing in your power and using your magic and making your decrees and decreeing only for your highest and greatest good. Only and always. Get in the habit of that. Get in the habit of using your power and your magic for your benefit, right? For your benefit and not for what they've tricked us all into using our power for in the past, okay? All right, so now with all that being said, you guys, I'm asking for the universe to give us a true story, message, clarity, insight. What is it that they think we can benefit from hearing today? What's a very important thing that they think we can benefit from hearing? Okay, today, in this September month, the day that we call the 11th, and the year that we call 2023. So, with that, let's get started. Page of Sword, fresh energies. Look out at new things, new beginnings. Fresh energies, you guys, with the Page of Sword. Have some fresh thoughts. Believe in fresh things, new beginnings, right? We have some fresh energies coming in right now. Fresh, new things. So, fresh, new ideas, new things. This is words, ego, technology. Words, thoughts, ego, technology, things like that. Swords driven by air. Fresh things coming in, okay? Fresh. Page. Fresh energy. So that we can look out and decipher something anew. So that we can look out on the journey. So we have fresh technologies, fresh things coming in. So that on this journey we can start looking out at the new. So start manifesting the new, right? We have abundance driving the reading. We have manifesting just above abundance. And we have breaking those chains that bind. Above the fresh energies, we have new beginnings. And we have disappointments. Okay. So, let's read this. This is what we can benefit from hearing today. So, the energy driving this reading, right? The pathway that's driving this reading to the message that they want us to know is the King of Pentacles, abundance. The King of Pentacles is a good guy. He leads with great intentions, right? He's a good guy. And he's abundant. He's abundant in the earthly pleasure section. That means everything, you guys. He's abundant in love. He's abundant in joy. He's abundant in food. He's abundant in warmth and health and wealth and love and pets and family and friendships and, anything that could create a comfortable way of being here on the earth with the earthly pleasures. He leads with the greatest and highest good. He's a good guy, good intentions, good leader. He's abundant. He's abundant in abundance. He's abundantly abundant. Does that make sense, right? So abundance is driving this reading, okay? And then we have the Queen of Wands, manifesting. She's the mass manifester. If she's set up good, she's magical. If she's set up bad, she can be a black witch, right? She's not set up bad in this reading, okay? So we have an abundance of abundance manifesting, breaking us from chains that bind us breaking us from the chains that bind, okay? So that's driving the whole reading. So we have an abundance of manifestations breaking us from chains that have kept us bound. That's driving the whole reading, okay? So we have all of these fresh energies. We have all of these fresh energies that are coming in. So manifest it, you guys. Manifest it. We have all these fresh new energies coming in to create a brand new start. Brand new. And this is also an abundant start. This is technologies, but it's also very abundant. You've got the grape leaves there. This is a beautiful new start, okay? So we have fresh energies coming in to create a brand new start. Across from the fresh energies, we're looking out and we're going to do things differently. We're seeing things with a new perspective. We're going to do things differently than they've been done before, okay? And in order to do that, some things will be lost. Some things will be lost in order to do this. But you know what? Don't do this. Don't focus on what's lost. Focus on what's good right behind us. Let's not be distracted by looking at the losses. Let's turn around, consciously make a choice to not be distracted by things lost and look at what's coming up that's good. So with this and this new technology, if you think about this, as we're looking out at new things, we may be losing more things than we're gaining, right? So, because you get 3 spilled over here and 2 behind us, which tells us with this new technology and the fresh new things, that whatever is coming in, we're not going to need as much of with the new start. So think about that. We won't need as much of it with this new start, with this brand new start, okay? All right, so think about that. And don't focus on what's gone, focus on what's coming in. That's good. So, all right. We have some brand new starts here at the top, okay? Brand new abundant starts, really brand new abundant starts. And they're coming in to break us from these chains that bind. Don't get upset about what is lost. Turn around and focus on what's coming up, okay? This is a fresh start that we're manifesting with fresh energies and new things. This is an abundance that we've never seen before, you guys, because it's fresh, okay? So the fresh energy is feeding the abundance. The new things that we're looking at is feeding the abundance, and the abundance is feeding both of those things, okay? So this fresh energy is breaking us from the ties that bind. This new way of being is breaking us from the ties that bind the old way of being, okay, you guys? So this fresh start, this brand new fresh start is being manifested, okay? All right, so manifest with it, right? Manifest this fresh start that's breaking us from the chains that bind. All right, new things, fresh new things that are good things are being manifested, and things that we no longer need and don't serve us are being taken away, okay? So it's manifesting that they're taking away these things, and it's manifesting that they're giving us these things, all right? So this is what's happening, okay? So manifest this good abundance. Manifest it. It's breaking us from the chains that bind, okay? All right, so anything more to that? So we may not, okay, so let's just look at it this way, you guys. So money and technology, okay? Money and technologies, right? So we're not going to need as much technology as we did when we were being bound. We're not going to need as much money as we did when we were being bound. We're going to need less of things to live this abundant life. So that's nice. Less waste, less, Just think about that. You're not going to need as much to be abundant, right? So that's really nice. That's nice. Let's get more of a story on that, please. Can you give us a little more a story on that, please? Just a little bit, please, and thank you. That's what we want to know, right? Hopefully the people on Rumble come over here to YouTube to see this. Maybe I'll see if I can get in there and edit the description. All right, so more of a story on that, please. Victories, fast moving energy, big tower moment coming in, you guys. Walking away from that which does not serve us. Crossing things over that do not serve us. And getting to a place of sharing and caring. Wow. Wow. So that's what they want to tell us, where we've got major victories coming in, and that's divine love. That's my 6. That's birthing new things, you guys, because 6 looks like a pregnant lady, right? So that's divine love. That's victorious. That's you've gone to battle and you've come back victorious, and you get a little break for a bit. You get to have a little break. You come back and you celebrate. So victories are moving in fast, bringing us to a big tower moment where we get to walk away from that which does not serve us, cross those things over that do not serve us, and get back to a simplistic way where we are loving and sharing and caring for one another. So it will, I believe when, I just feel this in my heart, but I believe when all of this stuff comes out, right, and big changes really are taking place, these tower moments are going to create us to come into unity again. I really, truly believe that, and we're getting that in the cards. It doesn't serve us to be divided. We're all connected. We all hold the God code within us. We're all connected, right? We are one. We really are. But in this matrix, they've made us to feel as though we're not connected, and we are. And all of this division, it does not serve us. It's one of those things that just does not serve us. It's in our nature. We came from a loving source energy, and it's in our nature to love. It's in our nature to be kind. It's in our nature to care, to have compassion, to have empathy. But what they've done in this matrix is the cabal has beaten that out of us, and they've programmed us, and they've created all of these reasons to be divided and to be hateful. And then we get into this like rhythm and this energy, which keeps us sick, and it keeps us in a sick way of being, which is to be angry and hateful towards one another and to be unforgiving. I don't care how asleep somebody is. Why would you hate them for that? It's been done to them. They're a victim. When those people look at you like you're crazy, they're being victimized because they're unable to hear the truth or see the things that you're putting in front of them that could help them, because they've been programmed and manipulated and deceived and abused. They've been victimized. So any way that we're feeling like we're feeling agitated, irritated, mad, angry, disgusted, fed up, who cares about them? That is cabal energy. That's what the cabal wants us to feel. That feeds their energy. These people have been victimized. So we want to give them love, compassion, healing. We want to send them enlightenment energy. Now, we're not forcing that on them, but we're sending that energy to them so that when they're able to integrate that into their auric field, it's there for them, right? We're not taking away their free will by doing that. We're giving them energies that when they're able to integrate that into their auric field and into their being, it's there for them, right? We send healing, we send compassion, we send all these things. And before we go, not wanting to be forgiving of people that have been well programmed and abused and manipulated and lied to and programmed, we really need to go within, you guys, and look at ourselves, because we've all been programmed somehow. We all have. And we're all guilty of being assholes sometimes. Every single one of us. We're not perfect. We're human, right? We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. So anytime we want to lash out or look out at anyone in that way, we need to stop, breathe, center. Well, we don't need to do anything, but it would benefit us too, right? It would be in our best interest if we did, right? Because feeling those feelings don't feel good. And don't you want to feel good? So we can stop, breathe, center, and then look within and find those places in ourselves that we have acted out. We've acted poorly. We've been the brainwashed one. We've been the one that's thrown our opinions around in such a blatant way that it seemed overbearing. We've all done it. We've all done it. We're all guilty of something. We've all been the abuser to some degree, in some situation, somehow, at least once, and most of us more than that. I mean, we really have to look within, right? Heal that and be compassionate to our neighbor, right? Because we're moving into this. We're moving into this phase of things, guys, where we are loving and sharing and caring, and we look out for one another. That's what we're moving into. So we can't move into that if we're holding those frequencies of anger and disgust and hatred. And yes, I mean, some of the anger is righteous, and righteous anger is something different. When we hear that pedophiles are abusing children, absolutely, we have that righteous anger, because that is supposed to initiate movement. It's supposed to spark us into movement, right? And that movement is to do whatever it is that we can to fight against that type of stuff. But not to hate our neighbors, right? Not to be hateful and mad that people have been victimized and they just don't know it. Because that's the truth. They're victims. They've been victimized. And it's just that simple. They've been victimized. And we can say, well, they're choosing not to see now. Well, they've been programmed not to see. They've been programmed not to, well programmed. And for some reason, the programming works better on some than it does on others. But also think about, how hard it's going to be when they do start seeing, right? It's going to be a lot for them. So we need to send that love and that compassion out. Because when they do start seeing, they've turned away from it for so long, they're going to go through a whole roller coaster of emotions. At first, they're going to be like, I can't believe this. This is disbelief, shock. And then they're going to be angry. They're going to be angry. They could be angry at us for, why didn't you beat that down our throats and a little more? They could be angry at themselves for not seeing it. And they're going to be sad. They're going to be devastated. Sad and devastated. It's going to be a form of grief. So we really need to be in that place, ready to hold them up with love and compassion. Okay? Anyway, so now, thank you so much for that message. We appreciate it. Let's get left off with one card. And see, with one card, now that we've been given that message, good things are coming. We're about to shift into a whole new way of being, you guys. Whole new way of being. So we want to be ready for that, right? We want to be ready for that in our minds, in our hearts, in our spirits. All right, so let's look. With one card, what do you want to leave us with? With one card. Wish fulfillment. So with one card, they want to tell us we have some wish fulfillment coming. And so manifest the wish fulfillment, okay? With one card, they're telling us we've got some wish fulfillment coming, you guys. So let's manifest that. Let's feel it in our hearts now and really manifest it. And they're telling us we get this fast-moving energy bringing in that tower. It's leading us to wish fulfillment and a more loving way of being with lots of abundance. An abundance of abundance. All right, you guys, until next time, much, much love and many blessings from me to you. As always, I will put the link for the Rumble reading that I did today in the description. And until next time, take care of yourselves and stay in that love vibration and keep projecting the world that we want and really, practice forgiving and compassion and love and light, because that's what we want, right? We want compassion, we want love, we want forgiveness. We can't receive it unless we can give it. And that's really important to remember. So give it to ourselves and give it out to the world. All right, you guys, until next time, take care.